Welcome back to another Birdie Productions production here at the Preserve Championship. This is my final round. Going into the last day, we had actually really nice conditions. The rain stayed away and the wind stayed away as well. So definitely scoring conditions, wanting to shoot really hot and hopefully move up the leaderboard, starting the day in 10th place, and kind of hoping to play well and push for a podium is kind of what I have my sights set on. But let's get right into it here. Hole 1. Wind is down, so I've got my Big Z nuke in my hand, trying to get as much distance as possible, but also stay kind of safe and not risk going OB left. It's kind of the only miss you can make on this hole, or can't make on this hole. Little walk up. Pretty good gallery out here on Minnesota. Showed up strong, which is nice to see. Always adds to the excitement, makes it a little more fun to play. Nice shot here. Not much to talk. I mean, threw a little baby hyzer, had it flip up, and then land in the middle of the fairway. Pretty short upshot here that I just did not. I don't know what happened. I threw it really soft. Just threw it soft and pulled a little bit. Had myself with a long putt up the hill, but was able to cash it. That felt really nice. Hole 2, been kind of a tough hole for me all week, and today's no different. I kind of grip locked it into the tree right. Made the Mando, thankfully. Had a gap shot here to save par, but left it left, and then had this little upshot to try to save the bogey, which is honestly pretty tough way to start the round. You don't want to get a bogey in the first 2 holes. This is not what I was looking for, but I honestly kept my composure pretty well. I didn't get too frustrated out the gate, which I was happy about. You know, it's sometimes it seems like it's easier to stay keep those emotions in check. Sometimes it's not as easy, so somehow I was able to keep it in check there. Went stable nebula again on hole 2, back at the A position, a little flex, a little higher than I wanted to maybe, and got some more fade out to circle's edge on the left side with a little roll, but made the putt again. So putts honestly feeling pretty good to start the day, which is really nice. Went scorch roller off the tee here on 4 again. Got past the log, which is the main objective, and then toned it a little bit more than I had the first 2 days, which is really nice. I was trying to get more into those trees than kind of left. Got some people with my jerseys on too, which is always cool to see. Had this little tight Anheuser turnover Z zone shot, just kind of straight zone. Executed really nicely, a little bit high, but it did manage to not hit any of the limbs and actually got really close to the basket, which is a nice bonus. I got this hole every day, definitely one of my better holes for the weekend to birdie that one all 3 rounds. Hole 5, really happy to execute this one. Pretty much a picture perfect drive here with my passion. Hit the gap exactly how I wanted to. Nice perfect little flip up, and left myself with about as good as a spot as you could be. Straight shot, not long, just left it low, and got a little bit of a slide up to shallow C2 with a look. And again, the putt is feeling pretty good, and I am able to make that one. So hopefully this is indicative of the future of this season, because definitely want to get my putting back. Went nebula on this shot again, and just yanked it a little bit. Didn't quite get through the trees, unfortunately. Had this really tough patent pending flex shot that I didn't quite turn over enough, which the mistake to make is to turn it over. So to make the mistake of hyzering out, it's not great, but it was a pretty tricky shot. Thankfully, I did have a pretty easy pitch up to save the par. Pretty humid today, so even on some of these short putts, it is starting to get to be kind of difficult to get the right grip. I'm trying to take my time with the chalk and everything to make sure I have the right grip, but everything's just feeling super tacky. Went nuke here, trying to get my drive far out there. Went a little bit extra with it because I played with Calder Aons today, and he rips every single shot, so he did get me on this one. So, but I had about 320 feet left, trying to kind of replicate what happened in round 2. Thought I threw this one way too far, and I guess I got am eyes. Ended up parking it again. Not quite as close as day 2, but definitely take a little 5-foot tap in there with the Nuke OS. Hole 8, wind is kind of down, but there's a little bit of a breeze left to right. Trying to throw just the same shot as I threw yesterday. Felt decent out of my hand. Thought I would end up maybe 20 feet left of the basket, and then got kind of an unfortunate skip there to be about just circle's edge, just outside of circle's edge. Kind of obstructed. Had a look, some frustration there, which is probably unnecessary. Hole 9, going with the forehand, and obviously, as you can see, just again a complete shank. Just can't figure out how to get this disc close to the basket, and so I'm going to be left with a C2 putt off of that one. Obviously, I was happy I made the correction on that shot and actually threw hyzer, and should have been within 20 feet, but unfortunately it got a rollaway. Hit the slope, I guess, kind of behind the hill, so we couldn't see it. Rolled away to 45 feet and left me with a circle 2 putt, which I liked out of my hand, just a little bit high, which is kind of hard to do, honestly, with the uphill. But through 9 holes, I'm feeling pretty good overall. I think I'm 4 down at this point, so I did let a couple slide in the last 2 holes, which I feel like are ones you want to get, especially with how I threw my tee shots. So to be a little bit off of the pace of what I could have been isn't great, but I know that I'm playing well, and if I can continue to push and then maybe get some more birdies on this back nine, I could still maybe push up for that podium spot. So trying to move on here to hole 10. Went with a more stable nuke today, just to let myself commit a little bit easier to the left side. Threw it really nice, honestly, nice hyzer. Got a massive skip, and I was thinking it might get kind of an unlucky roll and go OB, but it did stay safe. You can see throw my arms up there. Went nebula, my beat-in nebula on this one to try to get the tone up this hill. And it looks like it's going to be deep, but 350 feet up this hill ends up being about 400 feet, and end up getting pin high. So this is another putt I took quite a bit of time on, trying to get the grip right. It's tough. I had chalk and everything, but it was starting to not feel too great. Went nebula on this shot again and again, just can't commit to the right side. I don't know if those trees on the right side get in my head, and I think I'm going to hit them if I hit my aim point or not, but it did stay safe again. Got myself about a 27-foot putt. Really happy to hit this one. We got some good gallery too to cheer me on, so that's exciting. And definitely not too disappointed to go 2 down for the weekend on that hole, especially with how easy it is to kind of go OB. I went nuke on this hole again, and finally had a nice clean tee shot, got good height. Again, this is one where Carter ripped one, so I was trying to kind of get a little bit more aggressive maybe and see if I can hang with the young gun, but he got me again on this one. I had about 300 feet left, maybe 290 left with this little wrapped off forehand flip up shot. And man, this pre-cock I'm doing, just too much power. I ended up ripping it about 45 deep. And yeah, cash. I mean, we'll take that. Circle 2 putt, if I can keep the circle 2 putt feeling good and get that back, it's going to be a real bonus for these next events. Been liking this Z, beat in, swirly Z nebula on this shot, and threw it really nice here again up on the right side, letting it flip up the whole way to kind of keep straight. And I think I made a joke of driving it farther than Carter on that one, because I threw it closer to the pin by about a foot. And this is the one I'm supposed to talk about. So this putt is pretty frustrating because it's like 15 feet and it's a tap in for almost anybody on the planet. And I mean, there was really no excuse. I did have grip issues the whole day, and I wasn't feeling confident with my release. And so those short putts especially, I felt like I had to kind of time my hand opening at the right time to not like grip lock it high or leak it too low. So I don't know, embarrassing either way. Does not help the scorecard or the mentality going forward. Pretty frustrating to miss that one. I think I'll have to figure something else out, because last season too I had grip issues when it was warmer out with sweat and everything. So hopefully we'll get that figured out. But trying to move forward. We get to throw forehand here on 14, which I've been really having fun with this pre-cut, get some more distance. So able to rip that one. Definitely not as excited about the round as I was, but still trying to play my best golf. Forehand again, which I like this forehand a lot. Should have been safe easily, but got kind of a cut roll back left, which kind of scared me as far as the OB goes, but caught the ties yet again. So they've been nice to me this week, and inbounds by about a foot. So I should have a pretty routine upshot here. Total grip lock, low, weak, just bad. I mean, I do have a putt though, which the deeper putts honestly weren't feeling as bad with the grip issues. So I felt like I had a chance of making that one, but airballed it. And then this putt, I actually just stepped up to and just putted it. I started not taking any time on my putts because I felt like what was happening too was I would grab the putter, and then as I was doing my routine, I would get moisture and sweat on that putter, and that would make it wall. So I just quickened my pace up. Nice tee shot here on the next hole. The forehand again is just the funnest part of the game right now, since I'm kind of getting some more distance and accuracy and everything. This upshot, I just couldn't figure this out all week. Close putt, but this is a pretty bad hole to miss every single day, since I had great tee shots every single round, and it's only 320 feet from where I was landing to to not get a birdie one day is pretty bad. The putt felt pretty good on that one, but not quite enough to connect. I'm at Nuke OS on hole 16 here today, and pretty decent shot. Didn't get any kind of skip, just kind of tombstone here on the right side with a look for birdie. Not feeling super confident again with the putting. So here we go. I'm glad we could see this. I did go to the tree, which I was able to get some kind of crumbs of the tree on my fingers, and it kind of works better than the chalk. So I'm able to have a less sticky grip on my putter with that tree though. So that helped me make that putt there. Trying to kind of get back on track. I'm telling myself before hole 16, even if I can go 4 down in the last 3, then I know I still have a pretty good tournament under my belt. Hole 17 again went for the tree. That's kind of my only hope for grip at this point. Nice straight shot there with my Charlie SS. A little bit low and soft, but you don't want to be long, so I'm not too disappointed with that. Going back to the tree once again. I don't know if I should maybe take a little branch with me in my next round instead of a chalk bag and just use that for my grip, or what the deal is, but it was definitely helping the chalk. I had to give up on the chalk. It wasn't really helping, so again, happy to make that putt too. So we'll try to figure something out going forward. Judah, my caddy, was telling me, my brother and my caddy was telling me to maybe use ice. People use ice in golf or something. So if I can get some cold, something to fix the moisture issue and the sweat. Went nuke on this one. Carter absolutely bombed his drive. I gave up on trying to outdrive him, so I just played safe on the left side. Had about 430 into this pin, short enough from those trees to just go around them today, which is really nice. I like this shot a lot out of my hand, and landed at about 25 feet right, which is what you're looking for. Did not get the skip closer to the basket. No tree around to help me with my grip, and I still could have made that one, but hit cage, and ending with a tap-in birdie to shoot 10 down somehow. It felt like a struggle all day, kind of a grind. Mentally especially, it's kind of an exhausting weekend with the weather in round 1, and then these last 2 days I just felt like I had chances to shoot for a podium, and I felt like my game was at that level, but you know, it's a game where if things aren't going your way, you can be in 50th place, and if things are all going your way, you could actually win. So yeah, just happy with the top 10 to sneak into the top 10. If that putt would have been if I would have needed an eagle to get top 10 and I would have gone like 12th or something, that would have been pretty frustrating, but to still get top 10 even with that missed putt in the last hole is not too bad. And definitely looking forward to an off week now. I've been pretty busy these last month and a half, and then hopefully get ready for Des Moines Challenge or down in Des Moines. So hopefully you guys enjoyed watching. That's my course recaps here at the Preserve, presented by, well, these videos are presented by Birdie Productions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.